Hey guys, Aaron here. How's it going? I've got Wayne and Leo with me today as well.
Hi.
So yeah, we were kind of thinking of a game to play. We thought, why not Crash Bandicoot? We've been talking about it for a while, haven't we? So
You can always do 2 and 3 as well. So.
awesome. Hey there, Drtache and Ozcat. Been looking forward to this since the first notification. Yeah, we're gonna get a game started. So we're gonna go with the original Crash Bandicoot. I think you guys have played it a bit anyway, haven't
I've
you?
been playing on the PC and you've got it on your PS4, haven't you?
It's been ages since I played this. Probably. When was the last Crash I played? Probably back on the PlayStation.
But Dr. Cortex,
Shame.
determine the cause of past failures.
Are we skipping the story? Or
How long's the story? Keep it going for a minute.
I think it's PS1 level, so before games got like do the story.
When games used to just be games and not filled up with massively long cutscenes, I guess, yeah. Leon, welcome. Tok Knocked, hey there, how's it going? Elnock, welcome. Eric, welcome as well. Slight bit of difference from the last game I was streaming on Sunday, Silent Hill. So we've gone from one extreme to the other, I think.
Like I was saying to you as well, some of the games on my phone, playing through that Life is Strange on my phone. Kind of just amazing seeing like games like this and what they were like and what they are like now. Yeah, that was a console PC game last year, year before, whatever. Now on the phone, crazy difference.
Life is Strange 2's out in 4 weeks. Looking forward to that. I think it's 4 weeks anyway. Top Knocked, yeah, bit of a chill stream as well today, so it's all good. Leo was showing me before we started there's like a time trial mode in it. So I don't know if the original game had that, but still.
Oh yeah, the purchase all 3 games about that.
Exactly. No, when they announced this, I was surprised, but you know, to get all 3 games, and they sold it for less than what they normally would. What, £30? I think that's a bargain. £10 a game. Yeah, I was going to mention Spyro. I really only played the first game, but it was good. Oh, okay.
If you want to get the thing at the end with all the boxes,
you have to go down.
Get every single box and jump on them all, but oh, that was the end right there.
Shocking. The thing with the Crash Bandicoot games was that, yeah, you're doing great, Wayne. was when you had to like run into the screen.
Oh.
I liked it, but it was difficult.
I spent more time playing Mario 64 than this. I think we did play them. But...
Yeah, it was a game I played, but compared to Mario 64, yeah, massive difference in how the game plays.
Jump over the hole.
Instead of in the hole.
Yeah, but at least the good thing with this, as long as you do a level, it saves. So it's not like... Yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah, but then that's when you start going into the riskiness of like jumping over everything. Go then, monkey.
I know how to do this.
So you actually played this a bit, haven't you, Leo? You got to the end of the first world, you said, or
No.
no?
Still the first one.
Oh, you're still on the first world, right?
Play it that much, though, do you? Fortnite. A lot of the time.
Grow for most.
I was only young when these come out. I played some Wrath of Cortex, but it was great to experience the originals. Did you actually play the n.sane Trilogy then? I remember playing most of the Crash games, but usually just for a short period of time.
Yeah, because don't you think the first one would have also been on D-pad, not analog?
That's right, yeah.
I'm playing this on a D-pad.
Yeah, I mean it's still technically not fully 3D though, I guess. So a D-pad could be all right, maybe.
But it feels cool bird,
Can't remember the skunks. You have got this one. Nice. Major, welcome. Yeah, it's a bit of a classic. I must admit, it's not really on the same levels. I'm sure the same with Wayne. Same levels as like Sonic or Mario, but it's
they're enjoyable. Yeah,
they're enjoyable games.
They're sort of played through, put back on the shelf. Whereas something like a Mario.
But to be fair, it's kind of nice having that range of different type of games. I think the PlayStation needed like a mascot anyway, didn't it, at the time?
Oh, and I'm glad they did rip off this competition.
Yeah. They definitely got it looking really nice, I must admit. I don't even think I've got my original versions anymore.
This game.
Free? Oh, okay. You got this, Leah.
Again.
To be fair, though, that was one thing with the Crash games that I did actually find they were pretty difficult, even from the get-go.
Oh yeah, like you said, the ones where you run towards you.
Oh, definitely them. It was just when I was playing through Uncharted 4, and I don't know if you know, Wayne, but there's a scene in that game where you're chilling out in front of the TV with your wife, and there's a PlayStation. So you turn it on to have a game of Crash Bandicoot. It's pretty cool, to be fair. You weren't really expecting it. And, I think that's what actually got people asking for the Crash Bandicoot remake. I think that's where it all come from, really.
Don't worry about what I say, because you probably lose one. Oh, I'm lucky.
I was past it.
So we've got our first game over. Go on then. Hey Tomb, welcome. Absolute craziness. Friend of mine has the original Crash Bandicoot 2 and Crash 3. Well, he just needs to get the first one, I guess. Hey True Pixel.
Or just buy this and...
Or just buy this, yeah. It looks better for a start.
As soon as you look at this, you think, oh, and then you try and either look at the old one, and it's just like, yeah.
What, the original? Yeah, the original PlayStation. Because there were a few on the PS2, weren't there? But
it was the first three that were the most.
well, the first three, they were Naughty Dog, and then I think Activision got the license, and I still think, Yeah, my favourite's got to be Crash Team Racing, but slightly different, I guess.
The thing is, there was a lot to go back and get, and to get all of the plates and to do every level 100%.
It's a little hardcore.
Yeah, it was stupid. Especially ones like ones where you're running towards constantly, so you have one chance to do it, and that's like you have to start again.
Well, the game got a bit of a backlash, didn't it? Because, well, the trilogy, because apparently it's practically the same game. They haven't.
No, they haven't done it.
Yeah, but it's not always a bad thing, you know.
Yeah, go in there, go
Oh,
there,
really?
basically
Okay.
bonus save. Oh no, I'd be more disappointed if they had changed those. They basically just. This, I think, is what people wanted with Final Fantasy VII.
What the?
You know, exactly the same game, just.
Yeah.
modernized.
Yeah, Tomb playing on the PS4.
I would have thought that 20 odd years ago. So I said to you, yeah, if you're playing the same game for 20 years, this looks better. You go, yeah.
Well, you could say it about Nintendo's stuff for a long time, I guess. The amount of times they re-release something. What? Yeah. Obviously not timing, judging the gaps very well here. True Pixel, thanks for the cheer. Appreciate it.
I was saying about that, you know, game theory, though. The other one I was looking at earlier that was quite funny was that this thing about Mario. Nintendo, yeah, you can't be bothered to make a 2D Mario. We'll just let people do it.
Yeah.
You can't be bothered to put more moons in Mario Odyssey. We'll just let the players do it with like finding the balloons. So,
Yeah. I don't like this bit, so I need to jump here. There we go. Right. Yes. Nice.
yeah, obviously that'd be a bonus if you had all more of them. I
It's all
do
good.
still wonder if there's going to be a Mario Maker now. It just seems such an obvious game that's not on it yet.
Well, this is kind of the thing, right, guys? A lot of people, I know, like 5 years ago or so, there were a lot of games getting remade. So many people were complaining that every game was like getting ported to the next console. But yeah, as you say, I mean, my argument as well was the fact that people, you know, haven't played these games. They might not have a last gen console, so surely give them the option, as long as it doesn't take away from other games being made.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, you know, we don't want to be playing the same version of whatever game. Skyrim, exactly. But yeah, using Skyrim as example, you know, they continued working on Fallout 4 and likewise.
Yeah, if you're getting no new games, then it would be a problem.
Yeah. As long as you continue to make games. That's generally why I don't mind too much about Nintendo remakes or things like that, because yeah, a new generation of people get to play them.
Oh, like Wind Waker and Twilight, I wouldn't necessarily have gone back and got my GameCube out and played Wind Waker, but playing through that in HD was actually quite enjoyable. And
I think it's also the fact that older consoles don't have HDMI. It's really annoying to set them up, so it makes sense to bring them out on newer consoles.
and there's some games I wish they would do.
Like what?
One that I really want them to do, but I doubt it's going to be done, is Rose Squadron on the GameCube.
Oh, Rogues. Yeah, funny.
Imagine that in a HD remaster, that would be phenomenal.
Rogue Squadron, I'm
Rogue Squadron
pretty
2, I think
sure.
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, one was going to come out on the Wii until they got bought out.
But do you know what I mean? A proper HD remaster of that would be amazing.
Very, very true. True Pixel, Crash Bandicoot is such a weird character.
Yeah.
He
And
is
Blue
weird.
Speedy Hedgehog isn't.
Exactly, yeah. It's all relative. Yeah, he's a weird character, but I think it works. He's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think it works fine.
Italian plumber, you know, it's not standard.
Well, it's better than getting you. There were so many like mascot games that always seem to have similar characters, like cats or rabbits, or so getting a Bandicoot slightly different, I think.
Oh, sorry, don't lose life.
He's like a hairy nacho cheese Dorito. Wow, I'm never going to look at Crash the same way again.
No.
Anyone fancy some Doritos? Did you know they made a DLC level of a level removed from the game for the creators not beaten all? That wasn't like the bonus levels they added, was it? I heard they did that. Go on, you got this.
I jumped off the end. Wrong. This is better than so difficult.
Nicely done.
That's why I kept doing it a few games for live. Yeah,
I was going to say, why are you going to the right? It's fine.
Just the platform and automaticness. Let's go that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Mario 64 is a bit of an odd one, because that game did have a few bits changed, and it's a good example of maybe how not support a game, because adding those extra characters and the levels that were a bit weak, it wasn't great.
The DS Mario 64 wasn't. There was something about it.
Well,
The same charm.
I like it, on paper it sounds good. You get to play as Yoshi or Wario or Luigi, but starting the game off with Yoshi was a bit too weird for me. Also, the graphics, yeah, they looked better, but they lost something, I found.
This is what I said with things like Conquer and stuff. There was a certain charm.
This is the level I don't like.
Good luck, Leo. I think you need it. Yeah, there was a certain charm to Conquer. Yeah, these are the ones that I'm terrible at, so all yours. Got some skill, boy.
Been good so far. But what I wonder is how many goes did it take you practicing at home? Oh, unlucky. That was good.
It
was a good run.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I swap and fingers, you'll be like right near the
Yeah, absolute craziness. Totally with you there. It looks good, but the fact that you can't see what's in front of you is, yeah, a bit of a nightmare. Almost like you need like a rear mirror so you can see what's behind you or in front of you.
We just used a free roaming cameras.
guess that would take away something from the game. Tomb. I honestly believe Odyssey will be out end of next year. The sequel, that is.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I reckon you're going to get another Mario.
The Switch is doing really well. Look at the Wii. That got 2 Galaxy games. Yeah, I can easily see it happening Christmas 2019.
Well, you've got to allow as well. Let's best in the chance that they want to last for 7 years. Longer than normal.
I had some rumours about Switch Pro, but
Try out that.
Switch Pro, I can see being a thing, but I think it's still a bit early yet.
Yeah, but if they announced it now for next year, then that'd be 3 years after the Switch was released. That would probably...
Maybe.
Because they're not going to announce it like a month before, are they? Probably a year before. So if they announced it, you know, this year for next year.
Yeah, it'll be next year if they do announce it.
That's maybe 3 years after those.
Get Christmas. Hey Alicia, welcome. They accomplished Mario Aces pretty quickly after Odyssey. Yeah, who was making that though? I think Aces was... Can't remember what team. It wasn't the actual team that did Odyssey, was it?
No, but again, you've got to allow they've got the engine. They've probably already...
They probably modified it somewhat from the Wii U game
said
anyway.
As well, with Mario's and stuff, the amount of stuff that isn't always put into a game, they've probably got essentially a second game sitting there ready. Yeah. They had that with Galaxy, didn't they?
Yeah,
so
all
many
the ideas, yeah.
So suddenly, making a sequel. Comfy there.
Yeah.
Oz, you can get Switch... What do you mean, like a Pro Pad type thing? You can pick them up relatively cheap, but a lot of them are just wired or don't have the motions. Depends what game you play, I guess. Hope not. Gee, it's quite definitely.
This is the levels where it starts to kick up a bit.
It's on like what, level 4? As long as I'm careful with the jump in. Okay, so they sink and there's jumping fish. Is there anything else I should be aware of?
You're still in the easy bit though, so...
Missed one up.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed about.
PS4.
Hey, Prism. Yeah, this is that. Yeah, as Wayne said, PS4 version, mainly just as it was easier to get for me. Right.
Well, you got the life, but you killed yourself at the same time.
I think, yeah, I was tempted by the extra life there.
In that sort of situation, jump on it.
Oh, okay. I never said I was good at this game.
Maybe you should have said, Leo, jump on it and get the live, don't jump in the water. Maybe
Yeah, that's all you had to say. How do I...
Go, jump quickly.
Right.
It doesn't close, but if you stand on it for more than like a second, it does. You have to like literally jump off.
Seems very tricky to exactly land on some of this stuff.
That's probably going to be his first time.
Probably, Leo.
Who isn't dead yet? You lost so many lives, it's giving you like an extra hit when you died so many times. It feels sorry.
That's when you know you're doing bad. Right. We're going up. Just time this right. It's kind of weird though, because I'm so, like, in most other games you would just walk over that, you wouldn't just bounce off the side, but I'm surprised I made it this far, Speeder. That was hard work.
He dies like 10 times.
Thanks, Leo, for pointing that out. I won't point it out when you die a few times. They had a rather cool Zelda wired controller, $24.99 at game. I think I've seen that one. There's a Zelda and a Mario one, I think, there.
It's the boss.
Oh. It's like the ridiculously easy boss. First two, I think, are really easy.
True. If you're still there, see you later. Hey, Jeff, welcome. Do a Mario Maker mod about Crash Bandicoot. I tell you what, I've kind of given the Mario Maker mods a bit of a break at the minute. I'm guessing you can only jump on him when he attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, anytime. Okay.
Try to spin it to the right.
Maybe they added the chair. Honestly, I can't remember. I would assume the chair's in the original version, but maybe there is a few sort of small changes they made. Go on, man, you got this. One more hit. Not bad.
You trophy like Daddy.
You got the first level in the next world then.
So what is it? About 4 or 5 levels per world?
Yeah,
Because I think there's only like 26 or something. I read.
So that isn't.
I was just about halfway lost.
Ah, right. I was going to say, it didn't seem like a lot of levels. Oh, that was Wayne playing that time. The chair was in the original. There we go.
Sorry about the lack of light.
That's alright. It's not the end of the world anyway, if we die, is it?
If you die, obviously, and it's game over. Obviously, you get a few.
No, it's game over.
So carry on.
I can't even remember that in the original. Yeah, tell me about it.
Because my dad's like the easy boss.
That boss is easy.
He used like 2
Okay.
lives.
Not too bad. Could have been
I
worse.
could do that in 0 lives.
Yeah.
Not for you today.
Well, you never know, Leo. You might get a different boss coming up. Well, I'm assuming if that was the halfway boss, there'll be a proper end of world boss. It's close. Oh, there's 26 levels plus 1 for the DLC. Fair play.
I know it's called Hole. You'll say that's called Hole again.
I'm not too sure.
I jump over it.
You've got to get a bit closer.
Spin the apples away. Spin the apples away.
I'm assuming it's collect 100 apples, get an extra life. Yeah. Haven't been paying attention. Pretty much every game does that, yeah. Right, okay, just maybe jump a little closer to the edge, yeah? Just go. You did.
Yeah, but that one.
You don't.
I did so that Mario, didn't I?
I was literally just thinking that, the piranha plants. The thing is though, it could just be a small reference. It might not have anything to do with it, but it's kind of funny. Has Leo tried any of the old Spyro games then, or do you think you'll like them?
Yeah. That'd be quite interesting.
That was a close one.
I mean, I think I prefer the Crash Bandicoot games, but the first time I did play Spyro, at least that was like a proper 3D,
Yeah.
more like Mario 64.
I think those remastered would be quite interesting. Go.
Oh, I've got a life as well.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be jumping on them boxes. That was kind of dangerous.
The fruits you were collecting are called Wampa fruit.
About.
Yeah. Just a fancy name for apples.
Keep doing that.
Yeah, he's not get a license to do that real fruit.
Didn't they make a... Part of me is thinking they made a Crash Bandicoot like cartoon at some point. Maybe I'm wrong there, but... He definitely was quite a popular character. Nice.
How did that hit me? At the very end?
You can't stand on it.
Right, last life.
Go down. Yeah?
I trust yes.
Yeah, let's give that a go.
And if Alan fails, Daddy will do it. And if Daddy fails, you'll do it again. I'm sure we can do it. Do you?
Yeah.
It's one of those games, I think, after you played it for a bit, you kind of get to know what does and doesn't work. Especially with jumping on certain things.
Too bad. Direction. So used to games having more.
Missed the card.
Can't be bothered. I'm not going to be too fussed. That was the same place as Leo.
Get all three.
There's a life in there, Leo, but you likely Aaron's likely to lose a life again.
Quick jump in there.
I have three.
Sit down, man.
Finally. Last life again. So annoying because I'm sure the end must be coming up.
If you hit the front of it, you die.
Just gonna take my time there. There we go, extra hit. Oh, come on. Oh, I don't believe that. We must be so close to the end there. It's a bit of a shame as well, it doesn't give you like different routes, so if you do get stuck on one, you can kind of go back.
Oh, so it's my turn.
Yeah, go for it. I must have got close to the end. Just ran out of lives.
Man, this loading though.
Yeah, I was going to say the NES probably not the best example of a computer or a console that you can get working straight away, unless you're talking about NES Classic. But that was a bit sketch. Question is, does this game have the old cheats as well? So I remember there was, I'm sure, of like invincibility cheats, extra lives. Don't really see games with cheats anymore. It's a bit of a kind of died off really with the internet.
So GTA 5 has like a few games that do.
Well, GTA 5 does, but you can't save, so whatever you do, kind of, which is fair enough because it would make things a little bit too easy. Yeah, the NES from the 80s. Yeah. I remember it differently, trying to get my NES working.
Get it then? Or did I spin into it? Or before you got it to spin? It's really deadly.
Maybe you could get some other adapters that made it easy. I don't know, but I remember it being a bit tricky. Any of the 80s or 90s consoles, really. Even like the 2000s. It wasn't until like the Xbox 360 and that you started getting HDMI and stuff on them.
Was that without losing the life? Oh, yes.
Yeah, apparently it was. But you missed. A lot of boxes.
Alright.
Just rub it in your face.
Did it without losing the life, I'm happy with that. And did you have a little bit? Or did you win it all?
I thought you brought in a drink for yourself. Oh.
Oh, you got the one right in the thing.
Major as well, yes. I did check out the video. I've forgotten the name of that game now, but I see what you meant about the comparisons with Another World. Looks a bit more frantic than Another World.
Proper killed him there.
That's gotta hurt.
That was hurt.
I think when he comes for you, turn to the right. I think he's moving to the left at that point. Oh no.
How does the person that might run get?
What was that?
Hot dog. The steak. How was I sliding?
Yeah.
Have another set of lives because these last them so quick.
Yeah, I think because he's coming over to the left-hand side.
That has to work. Like,
Have another try if you want. Because
Come on then, Av.
you can lose them really quick.
Hold jump to bounce high on drums. Yeah, to be fair, absolutely. I'm not sure how old you are, but it's pretty cool that you've actually got an NES. I think a lot of people, you know, start off on their systems with much later consoles, so it's kind of good to go back to basics, I guess. Come on, you got this.
That spike in it, doesn't like that.
So that's the only thing I do find with this controls. I think could be a little better. Maybe that's just me, but you can't. I don't even jump over them.
Oh, I got another life.
No, you're dead.
What? I got another life as well. That's like so unfair.
Go on.
I don't think I'm going to do any better, to be fair.
Do you reckon I get a continue point or not? What do you reckon?
I think you will.
Exactly,
Think you
yeah.
will? Oh,
Exactly,
okay.
totally agree.
I'm reckoning no.
What, you don't reckon I'll get to the checkpoint?
No. Leo says you will, I say no.
I won't let you down, Leo. Well, I got to the checkpoint. Yeah. Oh, right, okay. That's probably why then it's so easy to hook up to your TV, because it's probably like a retcon, is it? Where you can... It takes different cartridges.
Better than I thought you would.
Oh, man, this actually
Fruits like
is frustrating. I think they always seem to follow the same pattern, so right, left. So he's going to move to the left, so I need to go to the right. Can I just try that once more?
Oh, nice hug.
I'm going to knock you over.
No. No, do that.
I won't laugh.
Retron, that's the one.
Go on. I hope Alan does it this time, yeah?
Well,
I do the first one this way. I don't. Yeah, I do another one.
right, so stay to the right, then left. Excellent. And this one was right as well. Actually, it's not that bad. You just need to, yeah, get that pattern like that. At least we're pretty close by. Go under that one. Right. Reminds me of those type of games where, yeah, you would have a very trial and error until you figure out exactly what you got to do.
That's ridiculous. You get one close and you've done loads there. Now you're doing more bit. I don't know when
I thought I hit it as well.
I honestly thought you were flying.
Missed 6 boxes.
Well, to be fair, that was only 6. Most of the others been like multiple than that. Good stuff. Tomb, yeah, I've heard about that.
My bad.
I was just going.
Oh,
It's back to your dad. Nintendo baffle me at times. If it wasn't for how easy it is to get ROMs, I don't think they would have as big as fan base as they have nowadays. So many kids start off with like ROMs, NES games, N64, and it actually brings an audience to their games. To me, I don't know. I don't think it's the best idea, but obviously Nintendo want to
I think this was the same.
protect their IP, whatever. Akmal, welcome to the stream. You're from Indonesia. Nice one. The power of the internet. It's crazy. Brings us all together from around the world. Major, I'm fine with that. I think I probably shouldn't actually say it on stream, but I'm pretty sure I've got every ROM in existence. Well, the ones that I want to play anyway. Of course, I'm obliged to mention that I do own all the cartridges as well. That'd be amazing if I did.
The thing is, I mean, games, there are some ROMs that you can only play. And if you own all the originals, what's the problem? Don't
Yeah.
play Nintendo's money with it. Music's the same. If you own a record or you own something, you're legally allowed to download a copy of it.
I think that's changed now. I think they changed it. Yeah.
For a long time. But again, you've got the cartridge. Yeah, like you said, you've got your NES, you've got all the games. You can't play it on your HDMI TV. You own the game. What's it matter?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, especially when you've got like multiple copies of the game. You've purchased, you know, multiple copies as well. I was going through like Ocarina of Time. I've got 3 cartridges.
In my head, I was about to say I'm playing Ocarina of Time on my phone, which is a ROM, but I own about 9 different copies of that game legally. So
exactly, you're not a true Zelda fan if you don't own like at least 3 copies of Ocarina of Time.
Was it normal N64 copy? My golden copy. It was 3 copies on the GameCube.
Have you still got your golden copy?
Yeah, I think, yeah. I still got my Australian golden copy. Yeah, 3 copies on the GameCube, was it? So you had one that came with Wind Waker, then you had Ocarina of Time and Master Quest disc, and then the one that had.
I think I've got 3 different. I think we spoke about this before.
I think it's on my Wii as well. I bought that game from Raw Top. Yeah, at one point I bought. Yeah, on there. Well, your Wii now. Okay, but well, yeah, I think that's the most bought game in existence.
Well, that's
I
something.
just noticed that. Yeah, I was worried I was going to get killed there. But...
Yeah, no, I dug out the N64. Tried that adapter.
Oh.
Tried it with it. Yeah, it definitely feels much more like an N64 game when you're using the controller. But I'd be glad if the mini comes out. It'd be much easier.
I was trying to get the bits to get hit, yeah, and it kind of went wrong. Totally. Hiya! I didn't move left or right. That's what I don't get. How can I be on it 1 second? Right. You know what? I'm not getting it. I'm just going. Don't like it.
I'll get it.
Oh, you've got 4 copies of Ocarina.
I'll do it. I'll get it.
Right, I'll have one more try.
Then pass.
I think I've only got 1 boxed.
Yeah, my Australian golden card is a card with every single thing that the game can offer. Is on that file we've got like 100 gold skulls.
Oh, really?
You try it.
Yeah.
I do believe I only got 99 and then I cheated for the last one.
Oh, really?
A little backfill thing you can do. Up near the castle, there's a gold skull, so you have to bomb in and then you basically stand on the edge when you're in it. You aim at the token, throw it, just as it starts to bring you backflip, you teleport out and it doesn't happen, you've got it.
Right.
So you can like get the extra ones that you don't need. Not like I did play that game there. Even got the cow in my room when you start. You have to do something.
Oh yeah, I remember
that gold card. Yeah, hard when it looks, isn't it there?
But I got the extra hit. Was like.
I'd like to go back and replay Ocarina a bit. It's such a big game, really. Especially to 100. Yeah, on your phone, it's probably a good little 10-minute every so often.
Yeah,
You're
just
bored.
mess around,
Yeah.
But obviously, you get again like that. You can save
You
it.
can hold X. I've got all of them.
Okay, we just need to get up the top now.
I'm trying again. Yes, do it. Not really. That's not fair. Get the enemies.
Can I have a go?
right. It's really irritating.
So what do you do? Spin?
Spin to make them go round when they're the wrong way, and then just jump onto them.
Okay.
But it is highly irritating.
Yeah, I see.
I think of the amount of money to repair the Nintendo Switch now.
Sorry,
So
what?
That's random, Leo.
What's wrong with my Switch?
No, like imagine the money.
Not a lot.
Probably. Well, I'd hope not a lot. Why? What have you done to my Switch?
That was just
Make-
very random, Leo. Very, very random.
But it would like take.
You're very random.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, let me carry my level round.
Just let me get a checkpoint.
There we go.
Total of 12 NES games, 4 Super NES games, 0 Sega Genesis. I plan on getting Sonic free for my first Sega game. It's a pretty good choice. It's a good game to get.
Remember it bounces you, that's what I'm forgetting.
To be fair, that's a lot more NES and Super NES games than I own. How did you know that, Leo? How did you know he was going to die?
Because he isn't good at games.
Coming from someone who just died like 20 times on the level. Okay, well that's a good excuse.
No! Oh my god. No, no! Oh my god, that was so close.
I haven't actually died 3 times.
Sorry, you died 3 times. 20 times.
Guess what? Yeah.
Oh, you were joking. We've got to get back up that.
Yeah.
Well, if you need some help, just ask.
Oh, god. That bit was horrible.
This was a part I found difficult until I learnt you had to hold X. Was that the jumping bit?
Oh no! I know it's all you're saying that because it was really irritating to stand up with us too. Actually, I know what he's on about.
I can't
It was
remember.
really irritating the first couple of times figuring out which ways to go. Once you got it sussed down, it's actually a really easy level. But yeah, there's slide bits down to get going around and around circles and stuff. I know what you mean. That was kind of a pain in the butt. No idea.
I think I remember the level, but I can't remember it.
Basically, you had sand bits that go down the opposite sides, and if you get stuck in the wrong bits, you basically loop it, and you have to get it back. Figuring out which ones go where,
Okay.
it'll take a while and get very annoying. But once you figure it out,
Yeah, I think Sonic and Knuckles, I've only played once or twice.
and the ghosts.
Yeah, I definitely can't remember the ghosts.
The chase show, and you have to like. They've actually got reference to it in Oil Ocean in Sonic Mania. When you pull the levers, it gets rid of the oil, fire or whatever. Whereas, yeah, in Sonic Knuckles, it got rid of the ghosts. Where they sort of reuse certain ideas of different ideas. I think that top bit was the last bit of the level, but it gets really mental at the top, like really mental.
Oh, so it's like
Yeah, them bits are slidey. No pain.
I didn't touch it.
Hey, Michael.
How's that fun?
Sonic 3 is only half the game. You need to connect it to Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it's a pretty decent sized game with both bits. So you can see why it was in 2 parts, because at the time.
Well, they were too ambitious, weren't they? They thought they would get it all onto one cartridge, realised that no way were they going to finish the game in time, and I think it was probably too big to fit on anyway.
I was stressing.
Yeah, but you could only spin and then it takes a second and you have to spin again. You can't just constantly spin.
I know. I used to stay before.
I think that was the time when Sega were really doing things badly with... They would like bring Mega CD out or 32X, barely support it, and yeah, Sega did some really weird things
That's why they messed
in there.
up, isn't it?
Yeah, well, no one could trust them anymore.
Well, the thing is, I mean, and it shows that it was just because of reputation, because the Master System Mega Drives were fantastic machines. The Dreamcast was a fantastic machine, but people just weren't willing to give it. When the PS2 was just around the corner, and the GameCube, I mean, Dreamcast was out before, and man, I remember having some amazing stuff on that. At the time, you had the N64 and the PS1, and I was playing the Dreamcast, and I was like, wow. And it was but I think by then they've lost such a bad reputation, because you think it's the Mega CD, and then the 32X, then the Saturn.
I jumped on it.
3 machines in a row, you've messed up. Of course,
Go on,
people,
let's have a go.
Of course, people ain't going to trust you anymore.
I think coming out just like a year or two before the PS2, people
I don't
held
think if
off.
they'd messed up as much in previous gens, then they would have had a bigger audience. But people were like more funking about, I might as well wait for that because I know that's going to be better. Which is a shame, because you know, there's still a Dreamcast community out there now.
Oh, I know. There's people still making Dreamcast games.
You know, I know it's the cliche one, but games like, you know, Shenmue, you know, yeah, there's people playing, you know, Mario 64 or the original Crash Bandicoot, and you're sitting there playing games like Shenmue at the same sort of time. It was just like...
Did you know Shenmue 1 and 2 come out today?
Did they?
Oh, or yesterday, yeah, the remasters.
And it's, I hope people don't look at them and go, oh, this, compared to today's standards, they got allowed, this is like, what, 1999? Whenever that came out?
No, I think they've gone down well. You know, people aren't expecting to. Yeah, go on then.
Well, open world stuff now is like really commonplace, but you know, that was sort of the first of its kind, sort of very ambitious game.
Messing up.
It's like Microsoft had the thing of, you know, Xbox being the first console like, online. It was like Dreamcast was. You look at the internet today. I remember playing Quake 3 and Fantasy Star and many games online with a dial-up connection, absolutely fine. Keyboard and mouse as well with the Dreamcast, that's great.
No, it was a... Well, the Dreamcast was kind of co-produced with Microsoft.
Yeah, this is why it's so easy for like...
That's why you got some of those games on the Xbox when they disbanded, yeah.
But there's a lot of big franchises out now though that... You know, Project Gotham Racing. That was from MSR, Soul Calibur series. Okay, I know Soul Blade was technically the first game, but...
It wasn't quite the same. Welcome back, Leon. Oh! Yeah, just a bit.
It goes so well.
Weird, yeah. It's complete falling apart.
This level was just...
Yeah, Sega. Crispy.
I still say the ultimate console when all of them get together, they get this award, just make like the ultimate game console. You know, Sega, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft.
Yeah, but we need competition.
Yeah, so you still make like.
Oh, come on.
You still have your individual companies, like mobile networks.
Yeah,
Mobile networks use each other to help each other, whatever. Just make an ultimate games console. Sony still have their franchises and their games. Because none of the consoles, they reckon they pretty much don't make money on the consoles generally. It's a thing. It's the games. So still have your companies for games, but make a console together.
Never gonna
I
happen.
know. But
Okay, back to Wayne. I hope you can do better than I did there. That was absolutely shocking.
oh, Leo, Mummy's saying hello.
Hi, Mummy.
Genesis came out before the Super Nintendo. Sure did. Yeah.
Even two consoles like that was bad as now.
Oz, have you played We Happy Few? It's new and pretty decent. I've been keeping an eye on it. I don't know. Maybe when it's reduced in price or something, I might sort of pick it up. I've still got a bit of a backlog of games anyway, so. Can't believe it's actually the 2-year anniversary for the channel tomorrow as well.
I swear it wasn't that long ago. So
yeah. Last year I did like a 10-hour stream, but.
Oh, 20 hours this year? Gone 20 hours.
What, tomorrow? I'm working.
Phone in sick. Sorry, I've got a 24-hour like.
That might be a bit suspicious considering a few people from work would quite blatantly see I'm streaming.
Yeah, but there'd be like respect there when you phone it.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything. If I do, it will have to be on a weekend, I feel. Or Monday next week, but I just. I don't think I can handle doing
Case of Red Bull.
10-hour.
Case of Red Bull.
Yeah, great. Have a heart attack on stream.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about over the course of the 24 hours.
I don't know. I'll have a think.
That's how you don't play MMOs.
If I played an MMO, I would never have time for any other game. Fortnite's bad enough.
There you go, 24-hour Fortnite-a-thon.
All day Fortnite, yeah?
All day Fortnite.
Yeah.
Midnight to midnight.
You're only allowed to stop for 5-minute breaks for like food and drink.
As appealing as that sounds, I don't know.
Right. When he's rolling, you can jump.
Right, back to this one.
Okay, well at least you don't keep dying on this section, so.
I swear it wasn't a year ago you've done that.
Yeah, it was because you and Dave joined me with Smash Brothers, didn't you? You come up at, I think we started playing at 6. Finished off about 8. Then again, with the 10-hour stream last year, I did play quite a few games that I don't really play anymore. So it'll be a bit tricky to decide on something. That's the thing. I kind of feel like modern games like Donkey Kong Country Returns or whatever just does it slightly better.
Yeah, it's basing a modern looking game on
old controls. Yeah, that's the only downside I'm kind of seeing at the minute.
Oh.
Nice try. How many lives you got? 1. Well, 2. That was just terrible, man. Should be ashamed.
Right, I can't die this close to the end. Oh, that's the end there.
I can see, yeah. 1 life left.
Probably got time for one more.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll try.
You want to try?
Awfully, no,
no,
even Leo's had enough, I think. We'll try again. We're streaming for about 10 minutes or so.
That's it.
So that'll nicely. It's a shame we can't even finish off the first world though. I was hoping to see the boss. It is difficult.
It's not as easy. Come on, we wish you having luck, yeah.
I think I need more than that. What is your favourite retro game of all time, Leo?
Old games.
Old games. Mario 64. Good choice.
I played pretty much all the Marios. You played all the 2D ones, I think. No 3D ones. You played Sunshine. You played Galaxy. You played...
Finished Odyssey last week, didn't you?
What's your favourite game at the moment?
Fortnite.
Is it Fortnite or is it the other one?
Oh.
Proper little gamer you are, aren't you? 6 years old, you've already got like quite a game library behind you, isn't it?
Has Leo actually played a Pokemon game? Besides Go?
Played any old Pokemon games?
You should maybe emulate one of the old Game Boy games because they work really well on a phone. I think you'll enjoy that.
The ones that they use.
Or just get him a Game Boy.
Oh, sure, you can take a Game Boy up.
Game Boy Color for 10-15 quid. Wow. I didn't expect to survive that. Yeah, Oz, no worries. Yeah, no worries, yeah. I expect I'll be finishing off Silent Hill 3 on Sunday. Have a good week. See you then. Well, chances are, unfortunately, if I've got this far with that amount of lives... Yeah, I don't really have a good feeling about this. At least we got a checkpoint.
1 million lives.
1 million lives.
I think I need them. I think we all need them.
Yeah, I was going to say I think we all need them.
Yeah, 1 trillion.
1 trillion?
Still wouldn't make the level, just be all day trying to get through it. Oh.
Really doesn't
It's
want
like,
me to...
it's like the programmers thinking, how can we be the most annoying possible? Make slippery surfaces, bouncy fire, and people knocking you back into them. All at the same time. Like the monkey's ways.
Is it worth...
No, you can't.
No, it'd be fine.
Otherwise, yeah.
Oh, I see, yeah. Well, if anything, if we can actually get through this game, the other 2 games should be pretty
Again,
easy.
I think it got tweaked a little bit with the second and third because I think analog control started coming out.
Yeah, but I would assume they try and keep the games all very similar.
Yeah, but again, the game is designed for analog control over one that wasn't.
I'm actually using the D-pad at the minute, finding it easier.
Yeah, because it was designed for that.
Especially with the 2D levels, kind of, it's working a bit better. Oh wow, Wendy, welcome back. Unfortunately, you've just joined as we're finishing the stream up. Hope you've been well. Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, guys, it is the 2-year anniversary tomorrow. Honestly, I don't know what my plans are. If I can get an extra stream in to mark the occasion, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to be back on Thursday. I haven't actually decided what to play. Did Mario Kart last week. Yeah, I'll have to think of what to play on Thursday. But otherwise, yeah, Sunday as well. Thanks all for watching. Thank you, Leo, for playing. Hope you have fun. Yeah? And Wayne as well. Nice one. Yeah, see you guys. Have a good one. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up as well. Be awesome. See you later, guys. Bye.